Welcome to part 16 of the $1,000 Bitcoin challenge, brought to you by Coinrule and Crypto Rich.
Hi, good morning, Rich. How are you?
I am very, very well. Thank you so much for making yourself available. We started doing these videos a few weeks ago, doing them every weekday, and then we moved to we're now doing it once a week on Fridays, and we'll see how it goes. And you and I have both put in $500 of our own money, and then we've been using the Coinrule trading application, which uses very simple language, as I said earlier, to make trading easier. And our balance went down to about $880. It's been horrific, but we have recovered, and we are ever so slightly in profit right now. And this is one of the things that happens with trading. You have drawdowns, and then you have winnings.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I would like to underline. Have you realized when we started to perform well, when we started to make our videos weekly and not daily? So that means that when you set up your rule and just basically forget it for an entire week, the results are much better than instead of logging into your account, looking at the charts. The price is going up. Oh, I should buy. The price is going down. Oh, I should sell, and whatsoever. So this is really the proof that the less you look at the chart, the less you trade, but you just let your strategies go without much attention, then the results improve significantly.
Very good. That is very, very true, because you don't want to overtrade. And what Coinrule does is it offers this automated trading mechanism, allowing traders to compete with professional algorithmic traders and hedge funds. No coding required. And do you want to say a little bit about the crowdfunding that you're doing?
Yeah, so now we are basically we launched last week a crowdfunding campaign. We are building an entire ecosystem that focus on automation of trading. So we want to introduce much more features, and for that we are crowdfunding. It's going amazingly so far. So these days we attracted over 200 investors in just few days, in less than a week. We are overfunding at the moment. So if you, we can also share the info about the page where, in case people are interested, can subscribe. As you can see, we are now basically, we already reached over 300k pound. This is amazing, because that means that we have the full support of the community of investors that will allow us to improve and add amazing features in the coming months. So let's stay tuned, and let's see how Coinrule can get better and better over time. But still, Coinrule works amazingly. So let's share the dashboard, and let's see how it's going these days. As you see, we are in profit of $1.8. So remember that we were down something like $50-$60 a few weeks ago. So we managed to regain all those losses. Basically, what we need to pair still is the trading fees that we are paying to the market. So this is this includes the profit that we earned on the trading, and doesn't include the trading fees yet. But the market is going up, so we are very positive on that. You were mentioning the dollar cost averaging, and it's actually one of the best rule that we are running these days. We are buying a small bit of Bitcoin every day, and then we are taking profit when the price increases 4%. This happened quite often these days. So as you can see, this returned a nice profit over the last basically 3 weeks. We started at the beginning of October, was a perfect timing to start a strategy like this. And also another thing that I would like to show, we launched last week a very nice strategy on Litecoin. See the returns. We basically we basically caught the perfect timing for this strategy. As you see, we ended up with plus 11%. So what I would like to do is to focus more on this strategy, since they are performing good these days. Maybe I can also share the chart of Bitcoin. So let's see where we are at this point. We had an amazing
one second, Ruben, before you do that,
yeah.
just looking at the Litecoin trading rule, the total exchange fees paid is 95 cents. So that's nothing. That is nothing compared to the profit that we've made. And when I saw on the Bitcoin one earlier, I think the total fees were about 45 cents.
Yeah,
so this way, fees low as well.
The most important thing that you always need to keep in mind is the level of take profit that you set for your rule compared to the exchange fees that you pay on the market. So on Binance, I think that we pay something around 0.10%. If we take profit at 1%, it means that 90% of that 80% actually, considering buying and sell, is all net profit that we have. So that's why this rule was performing so well and added so much value to our portfolio.
Okay, so let's have a look at the Bitcoin technical analysis chart.
So here we are looking at the Bitcoin chart. It's really interesting how we have observed the price evolving over the past weeks. Remember, we identified here a very clear rebound on the liquidity area, this accumulation area that formed before May and July actually turned out to be a really important support. And when the price rebounded, basically there was the signal that the market was really optimistic and was set for a breakout. Remember, we said that the most important level that we needed to breach was around $12,000. Now it's amazing to see, especially on the weekly chart, how many you see. Basically, there is very few resistances that are between us and new all-time high. People say that psychologically 14 and 16,000 will be so here, and so basically this level around here. Okay, here we are, and 16 can be the main resistances, but I would consider that these are mainly psychological levels. The price moved in these ranges for very, very short period of time. Consider that at this price, over this price, the price traded very, very rarely over the whole history of Bitcoin. We are talking about just slightly more than 1 month. So we are very, very close on the edge of a major breakout, very likely. And when the price broke this level in December 2017, it took only 2 weeks to go to all-time high. I wrote yesterday in our newsletter, many people that are trading nowadays Bitcoin, they are relatively new in terms of percentages over the all investors and all traders that are involved in the business now. They don't know what it means to find yourself in such a skyrocketing price increase. So that's why I think that people that see a 7%, 8% price increase in just a matter of days, they consider that as an opportunity for selling rather than buying. But people that are in the space for a long time, people that have been trading Bitcoin since 2015, 2016, they know that these price percentages are just the beginning often of a new rally. So I'm very optimistic for that. And so that's why, going back to our dashboard. So going back to our dashboard, this is what we are keep trading at the moment. So we have one rule that is trading Bitcoin. Also, this is performing very good. As you see, we had a very steep price value increase for our portfolio. So I would keep this active since it's performing well. This is probably the most disappointing rule we had in our portfolio this week, just because it both BTC down. BTC down is a token that grows its price as Bitcoin goes down. So price was skyrocketing on the upside. This token was losing value. Both closed the position with a loss of roughly $11. And now, but this is the cool thing of this strategy, is that it's reverted. So now we are long, leveraged long on Bitcoin because it bought the BTC up, so it's the opposite token. So at the moment, we profit even more from any Bitcoin upside, and still we are accumulating Bitcoin. So this is a very nice strategy that I would keep running for the long term, given all the scenario that I described looking at the chart of Bitcoin.
Do you want to look at the chart, include the chart of Litecoin?
So even here we can see clearly the breakout of the accumulation range. This is a very typical setup. So you have the range. The range was broke on the downside. The level was immediately regained. There are many retests of the support. The support holds. So we retest the resistance. There is another retest of the support. The price didn't even reach the previous lows, and then there is the sign that the price is deemed to go on the upside. Thing is that we are now facing another very key level. So this was another distribution level. We are on the edge here, so I wouldn't say that this will 100% go on the upside, but I would keep trading Litecoin with a strategy that would take advantage mostly of sideways move. So going back to our dashboard, let's see how easy it is to duplicate a strategy with Coinrule. So the strategy was performing very well. Let's just click on duplicate here.
This is BTC sideways, yeah?
Yes, this is BTC sideways. We will make it as a Litecoin sideways. So LTC. In this case, of course, we need to adjust the price because $50 was calculated on the base of the Bitcoin price. Let's say, for example, $1 in 1 hour. We can keep the same amount for buying. And if the price increases, here I am, $1, then we will going to sell $50. In this way, we are accumulating also slightly bit of Litecoin over time. Let's change the name and let's just launch the rules. You see, this is here we have the recap of what we are going to do. If the price increases $1 within 1 hour, so in a time window of 1 hour, the price increases $1, then we are going to buy. Then the price increases $1, we are going to sell. Let's launch the rule. You see, it took literally 1 minute to edit the parameters and launch the strategy on the market. And the cool thing is that now we can just leave it there and it will trade for us even over the weekend. So we can enjoy the weekend finally after a long week of working.
That is fabulous. And then we will come back in a week's time to have a look at how this is going. And we'll keep doing these videos for a while at least.